What would you do if the teacher responsible for your grades destroyed your future because your mother refused to date him? My name is Emily, and until my junior year of high school, I was the student everyone expected to succeed. I had always been at the top of my class. Every report card was filled with A's. Teachers praised my work, classmates asked me for help, and my parents believed I was on track for a scholarship to one of the best universities in the country. School was where I felt confident. It was where I felt safe. Then I entered Mr. Harrison's literature class. At first, he seemed like a great teacher. He praised my essays, complimented my participation, and often used my assignments as examples for the rest of the class. But everything changed one afternoon. After class, he asked me to stay behind. Once the classroom was empty, he smiled and said, "Emily, your mother is a remarkable woman." I felt uncomfortable immediately. I laughed awkwardly, hoping the conversation would end there. Instead, he continued. "You know, I've tried talking to her several times, but she keeps avoiding me." I didn't know what to say. Then he leaned forward. "Maybe you could put in a good word for me." I quickly gathered my things and left. That evening, I told my mother what had happened. To my surprise, she sighed heavily. "He's approached me several times," she admitted. I politely told him I'm not interested. I thought that would be the end of it. I was wrong. Within weeks, my grades in literature began to fall. The first low score shocked me. Then another came. And another. Assignments that would normally earn top marks suddenly came back covered in criticism. Essays I spent days working on received grades that barely reflected the effort I had put in. The strangest part was that my grades in every other subject remained excellent. Only Mr. Harrison's class was different. When I asked what I was doing wrong, he simply shrugged. "Maybe you're not as talented as everyone thinks." His words haunted me. For the first time in my life, I started doubting myself. My ranking dropped. My confidence disappeared. My scholarship prospects started slipping away. At home, I became quiet and withdrawn. I spent countless nights staring at my books, wondering how I had gone from being one of the best students in school to struggling in a subject I used to love. My parents noticed. One evening, my father reviewed several of my graded assignments. The more he looked, the more confused he became. "These grades don't make sense." My mother agreed. She couldn't shake the feeling that Mr. Harrison's resentment toward her had something to do with what was happening. So they arranged a meeting with the principal. The principal listened carefully but seemed hesitant. "These are serious allegations," he said. "Without evidence, there isn't much we can do." The complaints became significant enough that the school board eventually scheduled a meeting. For the first time, the issue was discussed at the highest level of the school. My parents presented everything they had. My sudden decline in grades. The teachers' comments about my mother. The unusual grading patterns. The emotional toll it was taking on me. Board members debated for hours. Some believed the situation deserved immediate investigation. Others argued there wasn't enough proof. In the end, they reached a disappointing conclusion. There simply wasn't enough evidence to act. The meeting ended. Nothing changed. Mr. Harrison remained in the classroom. My grades continued to suffer. And I felt more hopeless than ever.